Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's live reaction video for you. Today we're going to be reacting to Bambii. Okay, Bambii, guys. Does that sound good, Brett? You like a bit of Bambii?
Yeah, what that deer that lost its mum in the opening scene of a movie, that one.
No, not that Bambii. The real Bambii.
Oh,
All right, let's have a look.
the original, the OG.
Here it is. So, can you see the screen?
Yep.
So it's genre UK based slash dancehall, although from Toronto, Canada. So not from the UK, but it's UK based, right? Fresh off of contributing to Kalela's much anticipated second album, Raven, Toronto producer Bambii dropped her debut EP, Infinity Club, inspired by lots of different Afro-diasporic electronic dance music like dancehall, UK garage, reggaeton, jungle, or grime. The producer melts all of these influences into a sensual, ecstatic mix, whether slow and melodic or fast-paced and high energy. It certainly stays true to its name as a very effective record designed for the clubs at its core. Is that a bit of you?
Yeah. I feel like the sentence, you've got probably be in the right mood, you've got to be in the right situation to enjoy this one. I feel that's probably going to be coming up um, from here.
Okay. So you're looking forward to it, in other words, right?
And listen, it sounds, it's a bit different, very modern, and like to sort of, broaden our horizons, as they say, into kind of music. And it's funny, I feel probably looking back on all the stuff we do, generally the ones that we're probably a bit more wary about, might not enjoy, but I feel like maybe we end up surprising us and end up probably liking more than we normally do, actually. So I've probably jinxed it. It's probably now the time where it won't happen. But yeah, let's see what it's about. I can also use the line UK influence as well without being
You can.
slated in
You
the
can.
comments, which will be a nice change.
Yeah. So let's hang on. How do we do this? Right. Can you see the Spotify screen?
I can, yes.
So first track is You Are Now Entering the Infinity Club. Right? Got 23 seconds of this to get through. You ready to begin?
Let's do it, yeah.
Ahora estás entrando
Jetzt
en la
treten Sie
Infinity
in
Club.
Bambii Infinity Club. Ora stai entrando nell'Infinity
Dans
Club.
the Infinity Club. You are now entering the Infinity Club.
Okay. Do you mind if I go first?
No, can I go first? No, go on, yeah, go. Off you go.
Yeah. So I really enjoyed that. I'm into my languages. We heard quite a few there. Um, I've really enjoyed that. Um, just enjoyed hearing the different languages being spoken. I was so busy though focusing on like trying to get the screen up. I can't even remember what the languages were. I think we had Spanish, German, English. Is it Japanese in there? Not sure, but
French.
French we hear. Yeah, that was good. What about you?
Yeah, if someone likes languages, yeah, it was an absolute treat there. Yeah, nice little intro into the album. Really like that there. And I think it's not often you get sort of an intro like that where the title pretty much says what it's going to actually do as well. Normally it's a bit more cryptic or just as ensued or doesn't. So yeah, still doesn't really give us a flavour of what we're actually really going to get into, but it's definitely a nice intro side of things.
Yeah, let's hope the rest of the tracks are as good as track one. Right. We can move on to track two. Brett, can you see the screen? The
I can,
Spotify
yeah.
screen? Okay. Next up
Spotify one.
is One Touch.
I'ma put on never live without you. This a love that it real and true. Real and true. Because she give me just. 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 Because she give me.
Right, Bretsky, do you want to kick us off then with that one?
I'll do my best, but I'm more intrigued to definitely get your source side and take on it. I'm looking forward to that one. Yeah, what can we say with this one here? So this felt definitely at the start like a proper, I'll call like a proper dance track, like almost old school. And I know it was, reference to that, like proper 90s underground sort of club. And listen, I like a bit of dance music. Yeah. Even I find this is like more on that sort of, definitely when we use our scale terms of like
Hardcore.
music in the middle and you've got different genres, yeah, close to that. This is definitely going away from that, from the center of that pop center, I would say. But I did like the sort of the touches of, there was some garage music definitely coming through with that there. Interesting. But I think, yeah, what was generally missing was probably some form of singing and rapping. Not so it makes it into like a proper song, because dance music doesn't generally have that. There was a lot going on, but it was varied, so it did keep me intrigued with what might have been happening going on. But yeah, very very much on the hardcore. We talk about hardcore rock, and this could be like the dancehall versions of that. But I did love what he was trying to do, but yeah, just maybe a bit too much, a bit too intense for my side of things.
Yeah, I think I'm in a similar boat to you. I kind of was, sort of interested in it. It had me sort of hooked in a way because there was quite a lot going on. I think for me, the standout part was it sounded like a sort of big African man. I don't know, just from the sound. Like you heard him right at the beginning and then again in the middle. I really enjoyed that part. That was the best part for me. So kind of like what you said, could have done a bit more sort of, I don't know, singing. Like if he was involved a bit more, I think I would have liked it more. But yeah, I did. I like, there were some interesting sounds going on, and different parts to it. There was a part I liked where it was like, I can't even make the sound, you know, like when the start of something and it goes bing bing or something. I can't do it.
Oh, you mean the horn? I mean
the horn. It's a horn. Yeah,
like club dance horn. Like the phone's coming.
I like the horn. But yeah, it was a bit hardcore, wasn't it? It's like it wouldn't be what I would choose to dance to. I think in some ways I actually probably prefer to actually be doing it like listening to it like this and actually just talking about it and just sitting calmly in a chair. It's not my sort of dance music, really, I don't think. But anyway, that's just the first track. We'll see what happens the next one. So next up, we've got Hooked. Okay, so yeah, this one really surprised me because of what we've read on that website about what to expect from this. Like it's going to be like real dance music, and then obviously after the previous song we just listened to, yeah, I was expecting it to go along that kind of direction. And like you said in the previous one, that we've come well away from like pop music now to like a real extreme. So it'd be interesting to see what you say about this song. So it's hard. In a strange way, I actually prefer the previous song. I'll explain why. So because I'm not into that music, right, from that previous song. It's not really my genre. So my standards are lower. So I was like, all right, it's just a sort of real hardcore kind of dance track. So, well, okay, I'll accept it for what it is. Whereas when it comes to like more sort of standard pop, like, you know, actual like proper singing sorts of songs, I've got more of expectations, right? I don't know if that makes sense, right? And I just feel like with this, it was a little bit bland. There wasn't, certainly not a dance song, and I don't know what it was, but it just didn't do much for me. I didn't particularly enjoy it. I kind of enjoyed the fact it was very different to the previous song, because I was not expecting something like this. So this is more my kind of music, but I didn't like the song, if that makes sense. So it's probably why I'm going to say I prefer the other song. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. I'm just talking absolute nonsense, but that's my conclusion on that one. What about you?
Yeah, to reassure you, well, I mean, don't know if I can't speak for anyone else, but I understand where you're coming from. And I was really surprised when you said why you were saying about the other song, but it makes sense in terms of your terminology and your expectations of that kind of genre. So I wouldn't say we've gone back into the middle. I feel like we've taken a jump more to a totally different genre. I wouldn't even put it anywhere near sort of dance. It's definitely sort of there's elements of dance, I suppose, but definitely more sort of garage, R&B side of things, but not too poppy, commercialized in that sense. What I really feel taken from it is that it also feels like we could be in a club. We've gone from one room in a dance room, now gone to a different room in a club. And I wonder if that's sort of a theme, that's the idea going on.
Maybe like a sort of chill out type of room more with this one, yeah? Would you say?
Yeah, it's definitely, it's sort of in between. It was definitely sort of chill out vibes, music to it there. I did actually prefer this channel, and the reason I preferred this one, because I was getting one of my favourite artists that I've discovered from doing this channel with you is the Tyler the Creator, in terms of that sampling of music, and definitely felt elements of that. I really like the contrast between the real deep bass background music, and you're probably expecting some, male rappers, singers coming down, and then you get this sort of high-pitched, softly spoken R&B singer. So it was a real nice sort of contrast on that. But otherwise, it didn't vary that much, and she felt very one of them throughout that whole thing. But yeah, and I said I like the nods to the garage sort of music there, and then what I then like continued from that. Towards the end, we sort of then got a change up, and then actually the background music changed completely. It felt like it's going to now merge in potentially into this next song as well while singing there. So yeah, definitely more creative, definitely this genre there. But again, like the first one lacking the sort of singing side of things, this one was probably lacking something different. And I can't say, I'm not sure entirely what it is, but it's missing something for it to be more complete for me. But I'd probably prefer this one over the dance one.
Okay, let's see what Wicked Gal is going to produce.
Let me tell you one thing I know. Like, said I want to take no info. Little bit of liquor and it ain't my foe. I'll be like, no. When I get twisted, anything goes. Drunk and belligerence is in tow. Next minute, my hands around your throat. Now you're getting choked. I saw wicked gal. No, me no take chat. Gal go on, but me a running out flat. Drag her by her hair, put her in a headlock. Now she ball headed crying in a wake up. I saw wicked gal. Me not lose my cool. If a boy want take gal for a fool, me will link up with the best friend too. Wine pon the boy, make him get a good view. I saw wicked gal. Country, and say you want see me pretty panty. My body thick, no me never lanky. Him say what a bam bam, let me sister Nancy. Them man a foolish like a shanty. Spin a boy head like a sip of brandy. Come me two dresses like a langy. Send shot to your dear mother like Bambii. Let me tell you one thing I know. Like said I want to take no info. Little bit of liquor and it ain't my foe. I'll be like no. When I get twisted anything goes. Drunk and belligerence is in tow. Next minute my hands around your throat. Now you're getting choked. I'm on a wicked gal pig. I'm on a wicked gal pig. I'm on a wicked gal pig. I'm on a wicked pig. I'm on a wicked gal pig. I'm on a wicked gal pig. I'm on a wicked gal pig. Them a say me hardcore. It's my ship, them a jump on board. race. Dirty gal best get in our place. Me run her down like a Shelly and race. So wicked gal, how link a man pan date. Send him home broke when me spend off him wage. Thank the food for the wine and steak. Then milk chili spears. Let me tell you one thing I know. Like said I want to take no info. Little bit of liquor and it ain't my mo. I'll be like no, no, no. When I get twisted anything goes. Strong from belligerence is in tow. Next minute my hands around your throat. Now you're getting choked. I'm on a wicked gal thing. I'm on a wicked gal thing. I'm on a wicked gal thing. I'm on a wicked gal. I'm on a wicked gal thing. I'm on a wicked gal thing. I'm on a wicked gal thing. I'm on a wicked gal. Let me tell you one thing I know. Like said I want to take no info. Little bit of liquor and it ain't my fault. I'll be like no, no, no. When I get twisted anything goes. Strong from belligerence is in tow. Next minute my hands around your throat. Now you're getting choked.
Right, Retsky. Straight over to you.
Oh wow, what a head bopper there. Yeah, okay, so we were in the dance room. Let's say we went more to the chill out room to get a drink, and now we've gone into like what we normally again only personal reference like the back room and some clubs from there. Yeah, I actually I did enjoy that. There's a lot going on in the sense of it had different voices. It felt like at times it could have been like a girl band. I felt like it was different female voices rapping. Just with the rapping, I don't know how to best explain this, but I kind of really quite like that kind of rap where it's got that particular, you know, it's got that particular tempo to it, and it feels like every last word rhymes with a very simple, with either a simple word like go or goes, or it's just you use simple rhyming words, and you don't hear much of what's being said. You might pick up the odd word here and there. It just has that kind of sort of tempo you can't help but sort of, I wouldn't say bop along to, I use that a lot, but you sort of nod along to, or feel like you could sing it as well, even though you have no idea what's being said from there. It just has that nice rhythm to it I quite enjoyed. Again, Tyler the Creator, sort of sampling of different sounds and vibes coming in from there. I suppose, again, like I said at the start, you're in the right place in the right environment, you can enjoy that a lot more from there. It wouldn't be something I'd go to and sort of listen to. But that said, I did take a lot of positives out of that. I still feel like with the others, and again, really bad at me because I can't pinpoint what it could be. There could still be something missing from that to make it better, more complete for me. And again, I'm not sure what entirely that could be, but for what was there, I enjoyed that kind of rap.
Yeah, I'm going to go a bit further then in my praise. I really like that. That had me going. I was dancing along. I was really enjoyed it. It was catchy. It was fun. It's like, yeah, sort of like dance rap stuff. It's like rap. It was very dancey. The lyrics are not to be taken too seriously. It sounded like they were rapping about, like, I don't know if I've just misheard this, like, what was it? I'm going to whip your dick or something. Did they say that?
I didn't pick up on that. It probably was it.
And it felt very British, because obviously we talked about this, we read about this person coming from Canada, but
get that.
It felt very British. And when I look at the page here, it does say Lady Like. So I'm guessing that Lady Likes is from the UK, and he was on this track, which is maybe why it sounded more like a girl band. There was an extra person there. I really like that. I mean, that is potential playlist material.
Wow.
Potential, yeah. I just something about it. I don't know. It was just, it really got me going, and really enjoyable. And yeah, so different. We've had, well, if we could forget about the first track, which was not just an introduction, we've had three like completely different types of music. Really, we talk about variation. We're getting it with this, all right. But let's move on. Right, Sidane's interludes. So Sidane's going to be joining us for this one.
Touchy feely feeling like a flower, essence of my power, press and pull your pedal. What's your luck, buck, bully, fully ready for the knuck? What? Gimme enough stuff, crazy baby, cut me up. Record spin me right round, cut me right now. Bow bow with the bling wow, make you sing loud, deep breaths like I'm dumb high. You're a fun guy, lie back, get the tip wet, spliff mad glossy. Pretty high, city high, rise staircase, bare face, blunt smoke mask like a ritual. Southside mob, Tina Jane, the original. Call me by my pet name, kitty buff, love lockdown, silly cough me up, rough who me up, nigga better D up. Had the pussy on freeze, but to let it clean. Real bitch, but to let it clean. Let it, real bitch, but to let it clean. Let it, real bitch, but to let it. Let it, real bitch, but to let it clean. Shit felt thick, yeah, hit got grip, so I bust back all that cup chat back with the strip backs outside BT flex and you see me. Big things go ting cool with the boyfriend, cool with the old cocaine. Come see, come sour, when you take long, boy, don't take long. I'm cold, but the body firm, hot, honey, shit felt thick, yeah, hit got grip, so I bust back all that cup chat back with the strip backs outside BT flex and you see me. Flex and you see me. Flex and you see me. Flex and you see me.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure what to make of that really. I mean, it's called an interlude, but I think it's the longest interlude I've ever heard really, 2.5 minutes. I mean, yeah, it grew on me because I preferred that sort of second part when it sort of got going, and that's when it became very British sounding as well. Yeah, not really sure, like I say, not sure what to make of that. It was all right. It's kind of like there wasn't a great deal to it, but yet at the same time there felt like quite a lot going on. So, which I kind of contradicted myself there. So I don't know. I'm a bit confused with that. I certainly didn't enjoy it as much as the previous track. That's for sure. I think I'll leave it at that. What about you?
Yes, it's pretty much exactly what I was sort of going to say. I think we've got to take it that it does say interlude on it, and as we know, of interlude, they're just a thing between a song there. So it gets permission to not be treated like other songs in some regards, even though, as you said, this felt long enough, and it was long enough to be a full song as such. And yeah, so it felt like there was a lot to it, but at the same time, not a lot to it as well. But what I most enjoyed from it, and whether now I've just got it in my head, I can't believe that's how much is now starting to feel like a club. And especially with this one, this generally really felt like sort of bit where maybe you're going from one room to another, and you maybe have to go upstairs. And you can sort of hear the music from outside the room, and it just has that kind of around. You feel a bit more tipsy, so it's a bit more. The song doesn't quite sound like that. It felt more like drum and bass, probably kind of feel that room there. So it's almost like the doors are closed and that you can hear it coming through, and you know once the doors open, you're going to hear it. Okay, but I might be walking past it. So yeah, really feel this kind of. And again, I have no idea if this is the intention to the title of the track to be like this, but I said I can't help but get out of this sort of feeling that I'm getting with listening to this album.
So did you like it?
Oh, sorry. No comment. It's an interlude, so
All right.
that was the point
That's
I
your
was sort of
excuse.
making, I
Okay.
guess.
Right. All right. Well, the next one is Slip Slide. There's quite a few getting involved with this one.
Slip, slip side, and I wanna get inside it. If I was a rich girl, would you let me ride it? Slip side, and I wanna get inside it. If I was a rich girl, would you let me ride it? Would you let me ride it? If I was a rich girl, would you let me ride it? Would you let me ride it? If I was a rich girl, would you let me ride it? Slip slide when I get inside. If I was a rich girl, would you let me ride in a wet white tee? Wanna get to know me? Whisper secrets like the ocean breeze. Sweet bitter in the West Indies. I'm around my neck, full tattoo sleeve. Ate dinner, but you didn't eat me. In the corner of the dance, I don't ever wanna leave. Slip, slip side, and I wanna get inside it. If I was a rich girl, would you let me ride it? Slip side, and I wanna get inside it. If I was a rich girl, would you let me ride it? Would you let me ride it? If I was a rich girl, would you let me ride it? Would you let me ride it? If I was a rich girl.
Every time I see me looking at you, the love and mood when you give me one cry. Every time when me looking at me, feel my burning no more than I. Chill on that girl, don't know how it come off. But I you know the only beat of me and me, but chill on that girl, don't know how it come off. But baby, you want me.
Slip side and I wanna spend the night in. Recline and you're dealing with the finest. Don't fight it, hit the light switch. Mix it with a Henny, it's a crisis. Jump in my car, she got the tightest. Pussy got me seeing a psychiatrist. Pussy made me wanna fly private. Anything you want, I must buy it. Then I hit the gym, I pump bicep. Rich girl, I'm gonna let you ride it. Yeah, yeah. Rich girl, I'm gonna let you ride it.
Slip, slip side, and I wanna get inside it. If I was a rich girl, would you let me ride it? Slip, slip side, and I was a rich girl. If I want a girl, let me ride it.
Okay. Bretsky, over to you for that one then.
Yeah, so firstly, I mean, this is shorter than the interlude we just had, funny enough. Yeah, so I guess we're still... That's still definitely sort of R&B. Whether you, because you mentioned about dick whipping before, now the sort of sexual elements now in my head. Now, this, I feel there's a lot of sort of sexualness to this song. And again, I did enjoy the sort of vibe this here, and again, because I'm getting this sort of constant sort of, and I keep referring back to him, but it's so much influenced by like that Tyler Creator, these sort of sampling and different elements and bring different things together. But what made this one probably stand out to most other songs I listened to, where we had the girl part singing her part first, which seemed very repetitive, and then was just thrown in new bits each time. And then for the second half, we had the male version, not male, but the male counterpart doing almost responding back or that sort of same thing, the same sort of thing, the same repetitive stuff, and then bringing in new things from there. But what is that from the feeling of it? Normally, it would probably cliche would be maybe the male part would be first, be more sexual, and then almost the female responding back to it. But it almost felt like the female was playing the male part, and the male guy, who's actually sounded quite reserve and like, it was almost like the female part. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say. So nice little twist on that one there, which made me enjoy that. Just the sort of difference to it from there, really. So yeah, all right.
Yeah, that's a good point. Normally he'd be the man sort of pushing the sexual stuff. Yeah, but here it was the woman. So that was interesting. I quite like this one. This would be up there. It's not my favourite, but maybe second place possibly. It's interesting as well. We've come so far away from that first main track, right? That I thought was going to be like it was all going to be like that. So with this one, I like the sort of the way it worked with the woman singing first, which is quite repetitive, and then it sounded like that big African guy that we heard briefly on the the second track from earlier. But he wasn't on for long, and then it went on to like the main rapper guy. So I think by the end of it though, I noticed that like with this track, I was more kind of just focused, listening to it. Whereas that song that I really liked, I was bopping along all completely. So that's the difference, right? So with this one, I quite enjoyed it, but no more than that. Okay, so the next one is Body.
Slip side, and I wanna get inside. And if I was a rich girl, would
Hang on, we just heard that, haven't we?
I say it sounded very similar.
Just a minute.
Play the music the moment is calling for.
Oh, that was right.
Whether it's turning up the party or winding down to relax in the evening. Curate the day's soundtrack with ad-free music listening and offline downloads on Spotify Premium. Tap the banner to learn more.
Back in the zone.
Okay, so it was a short and sweet, that one, wasn't it? So I suppose it had a sort of drum and bass kind of background feel to it, and that sort of, I don't know if I'd say typical, but I could that sort of singing voice you kind of hear with that kind of music, I guess, with that sort of female voice. A male voice did come in as well towards the end. yeah, kind of another one of those tracks where it seemed like not much was going on, but at the same time there was quite a bit going on, I guess. A few change ups and stuff, different sounds. Reminded me a bit of that first main track after the first introduction, but that was very different because that was without words, but that was also changing up quite a bit. I don't know. This one felt a bit more dancey in a way than some of the others we've heard, but obviously nothing like that main first track that we heard, which was a proper full-on hardcore dance track. So yeah, this was a bit meh-ish in a way. Not. It's all right. What about you?
Yeah, I really struggled to sort of how to best sum up with this one here, 'cause I feel like some of the other ones have been a little bit more extreme. There's something that this one, as alright as it was, and nothing wrong with it, didn't also have anything overly unique in comparison to the other ones. We definitely have this sort of electric part, this sort of the dance part, R&B, drum and bass, bit of garage, and yeah, that sort of cliche female coming overlapping all of that as well, really. And I found myself bopping into it, and I found myself still enjoying it. And I said again, it still had different elements they brought together quite well, but just that was all sort of, there was it to it. It's sort of something that's sort of been put together quite well, but just I feel just maybe in comparison to these other songs, it just was missing something really stand out, something really unique to make it. And again, this was shorter than the interlude sort of song, which I still can't get my head around quite a lot from there. Yeah, nothing wrong with it. It keeps in theme, keeping with the album as a whole, which I quite like. But yeah, just the others had something a bit more to them.
Okay, so let's move on to the last track, Infinity Club. Right, Backstreet Brett, tell us what you thought of Infinity Club.
Don't know, Lee.
Don't know. This is what I pay you for, to give your opinions.
If I was getting paid, I'd probably say a bit more. But I think I maybe in the back of my head was expecting something a bit more powerful for the ending there. That seems a little bit of a, I suppose I am saying a letdown. Coming to the end of the album side of things, it was obvious from the early start we weren't going to get any singing and rapping, and that's fine. I came to terms with that. And I also noticed it was a short song, and we did have different elements being brought in, and there was definitely, parts where it sounded about. But actually, compared to a lot of the other tracks, this probably felt to me the least like being in the club out of everything, despite the title as it is from there, really. Again, shorter than this felt. This should have actually been an interlude in my eyes. Another one should have probably been a song. I know I keep going hit up on that, but that's there. At least we got your air horn in this one. That made a nice little sound appearance in that there. Yeah, I think what I'm going around to is that we've had some real unusual big hit songs early doors, and just for an ending song, which doesn't always have to be a big hitter, it can be sort of a come down, but I don't know, I just felt it was maybe a bit too much of a come down, and just was a bit, I was bopping along, it just was like, oh, and it just petered out, and yeah, I just feel a bit down.
Yeah, I think this one was the closest in style to the second track, which was the first main track, which was that real dancey track. However, this didn't feel like a dance track. It didn't feel like you could really dance to this. I know you said that as well, like in a strange way. It just didn't have the right feel or vibe to actually dance to, even though it was quite a dancey sounding track, like without words really. And yeah, just so for that, it's just a bit off in a way. And yeah, like, I get what you mean. Like to end the album, it was a bit of a bit of a letdown, I guess, in a way. Just certainly not a memorable
anticlimax is probably what I might think of. Yeah,
climax. Yeah,
maybe a bit of an anticlimax.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, not a great deal to it really. So if we're summing up, despite some of the criticism I've given, I did quite enjoy that. I think probably more because of the fact it's so different to what we would normally react to. Look, we're open to all types of genres, right? So if anybody wants to if anybody has a request for us, you can make a donation to our channel, leave your request, and we will react to it regardless of what it is, right? So I think I liked it from that perspective, that this is just something that we're not used to listening to, whether it be reacting to it or whether it just in our general lives. It's not like our sort of go-to music. So that I liked about it, the fact it was different. And there was that one standout track for me as well, to be fair. And yeah, the other ones were all right. Like I didn't really dislike anything on there. At worst, it was just a bit, oh, that's a bit meh, nothing much to it. But yeah, so I'd say it's actually quite successful, to be honest. Yeah, quite enjoyed it. I think if we were listening to this on a regular basis, this type of music, I'd probably be wouldn't maybe be into it so much. I think it's just that kind of factor. It's something different. What about you, Backstreet, Brett?
Yeah, so real same sort of key points are there. I think the biggest plus is that there wasn't any song that I didn't like. I know I was a bit critical maybe those last two songs, but I think that's probably down to the high expectations, enjoyments from the other ones. And even though I'd said with other ones they were missing something and it wasn't quite there, I still didn't mind listening, and I enjoy this sort of creativity side. As you reminded me like halfway through, and I keep forgetting, like, this is a Canadian artist and it's just real British feel and influence that I can happily say there. And I say that those nods to dance music, quite like the garage music, as it all worked together quite well in some unique ways to take of type songs of doing things as well. So on the whole, definitely a positive, and it's great to hear something new. And what I quite like is that something that definitely feels new and modern, just the way it's doing things, but at the same time a little bit nostalgia because it's throwing in some past dramas and sounds into that as well. So again, it'd be interesting to know what sort of other stuff sort of put together, if there's just a particular theme that was there. And I'd be interested to know if the theme was meant to be sort of club-like, and if so, that definitely came through. So yeah, overall, positive.
Okay, well, that's it from us. So guys, thank you for watching, and see you again in 2 weeks for the next one. Goodbye.